Willie D Live.
Because we've dominated so hard. White athletes, they're white athletes, but do you even think about, it's almost like they're almost extinct. But there are plenty of white athletes. But when I think, yo, this dude is one of the best athletes around, I think of a black man. I don't think of a white guy.
But see, I just think athlete.
No, I think black guy. I think automatically black. Unless you're going like this.
Right.
I was watching hockey, right? And man, I think white dude. Even though there are black hockey players, I think white dude. If I go with the tennis, did you
now,
watch?
When I think hockey, I think white.
You see what I'm saying?
But it ain't nothing but like three black guys.
There's more than that, though.
What, 6?
There's about plus the puck. That's about.
It ain't that.
But there's a lot more than you think. And another thing too is, black people invented hockey in 1895. Black people invented hockey in 1895 in Nova Scotia, 22 years before the NHL. There's a book called Black Ice. You can see it. And when I was talking about the history of comedy, I always bring up this book called On the Real Side by Mel Watkins. It's called On the Real Side, Laughing, Lying, and Signifying the History of African-American comedy from slavery to Richard Pryor. It's a book that every comedian, it was in the 90s, I read it in college. You should get that book to learn about who came before you. Because they used to, remember Barrel of Laughs? When they say it was a barrel of laughs. Mm-hmm. Well, they used to make black people laugh in barrels in certain towns because they were too loud. So they go, you got to laugh in the barrel. You black nigga, laugh in the barrel. So all of that.
Yeah, right. I remember. Well,
yeah, a lot of that.
That was horrible, bro.
So that's why my comedy. I
subjected us to, man.
I try my the atrocities that African Americans have been through. I'm surprised we are this peaceful. Yeah. Surprised we are this peaceful to others. We're just as violent to each other. But the atrocities that have happened to African Americans, that's why I believe African Americans are the strongest motherfuckers on the planet. Because the shit that they've gone through and they're still around, educated, building universities, inventing damn near everything in America, it's unreal. When you, these motherfuckers can barely build an app, and motherfuckers invented what? GPS is a black woman. 3D imaging is a black woman. Laser eye surgery is a black woman. Escalators a black inventor. Elevators a black inventor. The roller coaster is Granville T. Woods. Roller coaster, everything.
The cell phone.
The cell phone. I was just watching the thing on the cell phone. Our video games is Jerry Lawson in Silicon Valley. They try not to mention him, but he's the reason why we have Xbox, Atari. He did the first, before Atari, the F1 series. Jerry Lawson, a black dude who invented home videos. Super Soaker, Lonnie Jackson. It just goes on. Sanitary napkins. It's a woman. Our ADT, our security system, is a black woman in Queens. Mary Van Brighton in 1966. She invented the home security. All of this shit we did to move the society ahead, and we still get shit on. African Americans still get shit on. I can say I'm African American because I was born in America, and I know what it's like to be called nigga and all this other shit. But African American history, the shit that you talking about open heart surgery, Daniel Hale, plasma, Charles Drew. We can keep going. Surgical equipment, black people inventing, just constantly inventing, and they took everything and lied. But now things are coming into the light with all these black inventors. And black people are still thriving. Black women have the highest degrees in America. Highest degrees in America. These are the same women that were operated on with no anesthesia on their vaginas by that Dr. Mims guy who they just took down his statue in New York. These are black slave girls raped, but they're number one in academics. The fuck? Black people are the strongest, man. African Americans are the strongest.
Woman.
You guys are and the culture is the strongest because everybody around the world copies African Americans and then yet disrespects them to the fucking highest, and it's annoying. And enough of that shit. And African Americans, we got it. It's the unity thing. All it is unity. It's all we need, and it's a wrap. It's game over. All we need is unity, man. And they know it. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like, boy, you got a lot of potential, but you eat like shit. All you got to do is eat right, and your body starts working for you. It's like we are a body that is eating like shit. And once we all start eating right and start feeding ourselves the right shit, the body starts working right. It's one body working right. I'm telling you. It's all unity shit. It's nothing else. I want to hear. Black people are going to school. Black people go to school. Black people read. It's the unity part. It's the unity part. Stop running up other people's asses. Our culture is the shit. African, Caribbean, African. It's the shit.
Yeah.
Believe in that
but
shit.
You know, like you're absolutely right about the unity, but you cannot discount, you know, the targeting that happens against us daily. You know, like we're
you're right.
So when people start talking about why can't you guys this and why you guys this and why how does people come from over here and do this and do that?
Yeah.
Because they're not being targeted. Like you can say what you want, but no group of people in the history of civilization has ever been able to reach their optimum potential when they've been targeted by their own government. The government makes the laws, the government enforces the laws.
No, you're right.
So they can move the goalposts whenever they feel like that. That's why when you had a few hundred cities, a few hundred towns in America,
burned down,
where black people were thriving and black people owned all of their shit. They were self-sufficient, independent. They owned the hospitals, the courts.
You're right.
You know the
banks.
The banks, yeah. You know, I mean, everything that you had a use for, the schools, they were self-sufficient, independent, and they came through and burned down everything and destroyed everything. So when they start talking that pull yourself up by the bootstrap shit, they lying. It's all fake.
Yeah, the pull yourself up by the bootstraps is a bunch of bullshit, and because they have been, and they do burn it. You got the 7 towns that are drowned under lakes. Lake Lanier that drowned 7 black towns. They actually put rivers over them. There are lakes over them. So you're right. The government will do shit to shut us down. But I'm not saying like physical. I just think mentally we should all be together still. We have no choice.
Well, I think we've made I think to your point, we made tremendous strides.
No doubt. That's facts.
Even with all of that, all of that trauma,
yeah, that's right.
All of those atrocities, all of that targeting.
That's right.
We rise.
We still, no doubt.
Thank God for Maya Angelou.
Yes, I rise.
Thank God. You know, thank God for her. Yeah. Man, what is your take on Kamala Harris blowing $1 billion for within a couple of months for the election and losing? And what do you think? What did you think about that video, that viral video that came out where she was thanking her constituents? After the election, I think that viral video came out a few days ago.
I think that it's politics. You spend money to win. It's politics. Spending money and losing is part of politics. What politician doesn't raise money? You got to raise money, you get money, and you lose money.
And you're supposed to spend the money,
You're supposed to spend the money. Yeah, you got to do whatever it takes to win. It's no different than getting a team. Like, I want to buy the best players to win. If it's called cheating, then so be it. Some people say Donald Trump probably bought the fucking election. I'm like, this is politics. You play dirty. That's what the fuck you do.
I think he stole it.
I think he stole it.
I think he stole it.
Because he even said, you don't have to worry about voting for me. The votes don't, it doesn't matter. You know, It's politics. Look at it. Even when in the debate, Trump's like, I ain't doing another debate. How about that? And they let him do just, all right, no debates. That's white male power. He used that. Then when Kamala was kind of stomping him in the debate, she really did a good job. He just goes, they're eating the dogs. They're eating dogs, they're eating cats. It's so bad. They're eating dogs, they're eating cats. I saw the whole thing on TV. They're eating hippos, they're barbecuing parakeets. It's so bad. Barbecuing parakeets, can you believe it? They're eating dogs. And Kamala, she doesn't care about the dogs or the cats. I've never seen this in my life. And they're eating dogs and cats. He went on such a fucking tangent. Kamala was like, I've never seen Kamala look blacker than that. She was like, what's this motherfucker talking about? They're eating dogs. She doesn't know because she's a terrible vice president. And Joe Biden right now is shitting his pants. I call him Sloppy Joe. He's Sloppy Joe. Whenever he shits his pants, he's sloppy. But that was the funniest shit. I laughed for a long time. They're eating the dogs. Meow, meow, ruff, ruff. And I love dogs. I love cats. They're some of the best animals. You ever get a dog or a cat? I tell you, it's so great. But that Kamala, she's going to get rid of all the dogs and cats. And I tell you, those barbecued parakeets, these people love barbecue.
Man, what is your prediction?
The blacks.
What is your prediction for the blacks for the next 4 years?
My prediction for the blacks, who knows? But I know we need the NFL and the NBA, so you don't have to worry. We need championships. We need lots of dunks. We need lots of touchdowns. So it depends. There's special kind of blacks. The way he says blacks, he keeps that L up there, blacks. Because he goes, Kamala Harris, she was Indian for 10 years. When I met her, she was Indian. Every time I saw her, I didn't know her that well, but I'd say, hey, well, what are you? I'm Indian. And then 10 minutes ago, she turned black. She turned black. She turned into a black person. It was very strange.
Man, how are you able to so effortlessly like switch up the octaves in your voice, man, to get that dude down? Because he got about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I just watch and I just do it. I can't really explain it. You look at Ari Spears or Jay Farrow. You look at all these guys that can imitate. And we just do it. It's just kind of, you just go, you just try it. Obama, this guy, he's an idiot. You just can do it. I don't know. I told you, Steve Harvey, it's just Richard Pryor, suck my dick, nigga, shit. Right? This is a residential district, nigga. I just can, Cosby, you see, and the people come in and it's abadoo-ba-dabadoo. I can just do it. I never... Sometimes I might have to work if I'm not in the range. It's like you're tuning an instrument. Like maybe it's like a person is trying to play at a certain octave, and you have the ability to. If I do Jason Statham, it's in my range. I told you I'm the transporter. It's what I do. I can switch up. It's weird.
Man,
Optimus Prime.
That is absolutely amazing.
It's a freaky thing. I've always could do when I was little. Even my brother, he could do stuff too. I just could always do it.
So who we know that we know that you're up there at the top in terms of impersonation, impressions, but. And you just mentioned Aries. You mentioned
Jay Farrow,
which is super dope.
And there's a guy named C. King who does a perfect Denzel. Nobody could fuck with his Denzel.
What's his name?
C. King. He's on Wild Now.
I saw him. He's dope.
It's just
he got it down pat.
Ain't nobody fucking with that.
He got that down. He got it.
Nobody fucking with that.
Yeah.
That shit is incredible. He's perfect pitch.
But somebody who people kind of know he can do it. He got it. But I don't hear them putting him in the discussion as often, is Jamie Foxx.
Oh, Jamie
Foxx is a fool with those
Jamie can do
man.
impersonations. I did because he's in movies so much, and we're on social media when he's doing a big film. We're in our underwear on going, you know what I'm saying? And it's because of probably the level. He's not really doing it as much online because he's doing other shit.
Right.
We're the ones going, I got to get followers.
Right.
So let me do this, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I think. That's why I think. Yeah, he could imitate. There's other cats that can imitate. There was Chris Thomas from back in the day who was a good impersonator. There's a lot of people that can do impersonations. There's a guy that does a Deion Sanders. It's really funny.
I don't know if there's a lot, man. There's a few. I'm talking about really, really good.
They can do a whole bunch.
I'm saying who can do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Who can do various voices. It's only a few who can really knock it out the park. Yeah. Can knock that thing out the park.
And then it's not even like, okay, me and Aries had a contest. Aries calls me. He goes, yo, God, I saw you do your Paul Mooney. I think I got a better one, right? I can do Aries. Yo, I saw it. I was like, nah, I gotta get this nigga. Right?
That's him. That's him.
He goes, I think my Paul Mooney. I think I got you on the Paul Mooney. I'm not saying your shit is, man, but your shit is tough. But I swear to God, I think I got you on that. I said, cool. So I did a joke about Meg Markle.
Did y'all go online to do that?
I did a joke about, that's my man. I did a joke about Meg Markle. Right? I'm Paul Mooney talking about Meg Markle. And I said, Meg Markle, see, you got your nigga wake-up call. I mean, brilliant, very pretty girl, very pretty, but you ain't royal, you crown royal. That's what I said. And then everyone was like, because I try to get into Paul Mooney's head. I try to get into what somebody would say. Like Donald Trump, he would say some stupid shit like the parakeets are being barbecued. I've seen them. It's so sad. Are we gonna save the parakeets? Who knows? He would say some shit like that. I try to get into the barbecue. I swear to God, Willie D, this is one of the best podcasts. I don't like Joe Rogan too much. I did his podcast, but you're the Ghetto Boys because you're from the ghetto, so that's why you called yourself the Ghetto. Very bad place to be. You've done so well. The Ghetto Boys. Willie D. Willie! You're so good. D is for dynamite. That's what it should be for. You should be Willie Dynamite, like the pimp.
Man, get your ass off my show. How the fuck did you get in here in the first place?
You needed me here, Willie. You know you needed me here. No one comes to your show but me. Your show is at a high level now, Willie D. Because your mind is playing tricks on me. What a great song. It's my favorite song. It's such a good song. Yeah, but